Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to 2 Point Museum, where we continue with our burgeoning science experiment here. For some reason, people are still willing to pay a ticket price for the corner of weird shit and then our incredible gift shop. I guess the food must be okay, right? People are coming to get the food. They're enjoying it. Is that a goblin? His name is Jason Factory. Goblins have increased buzz. They love donation stands, but they don't donate as much as other guests. Well, that feels like a stereotype. Anyway, I think people are mostly doing pretty good here. If we check the overlays, with the exception of the fact that the little kids are not feeling super entertained. We'll get some interactive stuff going at some point here. It's just, the workshop has been in constant use for basically forever. In fact, it's free right now for probably the first time in a long time. A realization station isn't that expensive. Oh, right, we're like very broke though. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get there. I had to stop sending out expeditions so much.
Another episode of Digging Deeper with me, Haley.
Sorry, that's not what I wanted. What I wanted was the other button that turns into.
Archaeology, science, the unexplained, and rubbish exhibits.
All right, show me something cool. I mean, my people leveling up. That's something pretty cool. Congratulations on your character development, Noggin Codpiece. A three-handed greatsword. Yes. Sometimes you just need a little help from your friends. All right. I mean, we can do something with that. So there is a little room near the fantasy stuff. We also could just we can move some stuff over. We also could just like plant it over here, right? It's still like kind of near the other things. I think it won't be getting as much payout from the decorations over here. It needs to be near a blacksmith column decoration. We don't have a ton of fantasy decorations. We're gonna have to kudos these. Well, that's actually totally fine though, because we don't have a lot of other things competing for our resources on this. Okay, so what is it? It's just full of melons. Is that how fantasy works? It's just full of melons. It's repaintable. They could be different kinds of melons. I'll put one of these down. And then I guess we do need to get some stuff going on these other ones as well. Here's a barrel. That'll max you out. And then, like... Unfortunately, we don't have any fantasy decorations that can be like stuck to the walls or the ceilings or the anything like that. So I do think we're going to have to maybe like, do I have good general decorations? I mean, will these work? I'm not actually sure. Like, let's just try something that's like definitely out of style. If you just like throw down a prehistory decoration, I mean, yeah, it looks like it does. They're predicting it will help. Is there anything that feels kind of like fantasy coded that we could stick in here, since we have a dearth of like appropriate things? I mean, to be perfectly honest, the science double banner feels to me like it's pretty. It's pretty like science and magic, because it looks like the thing on the right looks like a potion, right? And then we just got to put down like a little something. We'll put like a merchant pot over here. There we go. All right, so that's got us all maxed out on buzz and everything. This is a sprinkler pump. Okay, we have our sprinkler pump and our spa point both upgraded, and we're gathering stuff on those, right? It's really hard to click on this. There we go. What is our upgrade requirement? Maybe they don't have Maybe they're fine. Maybe they can't be upgraded any further at this point.
Live to the
All right.
bone belts to see if an unheard.
We're unlocking new spots. Journeys long and short have ended abruptly and happily in Wishfell, boasting a walled perimeter, cobbled streets, and a baker's dozen of delightful bakeries. Security is hard to come by, and rarely this charming. Okay, and we'll get access to more. See, here we go. The hanging fantasy stuff and wall banners. We'll get access to more of the good fantasy decorations as we continue to unlock the fantasy map. As things stand, we can't really be running expeditions.
Human levitation is possible.
Did finish another one here. Show me something really cool, Jake. All right, parts of that flying machine, it's coming together. I think this probably needs to be trips to that location. Need to be our focus.
Puts forward a radical idea for speeding up archaeological excavations.
Yep, and we're still trying to get one more theme. I mean, we could go get like one prehistoric thing and just call that good enough. But we'd have to hire a prehistoric.
Archaeologists should instead utilize landmines and superglue.
Somebody went on break at a really inopportune moment.
In fact, I should never have started.
We have enough assistants, right? Yeah, we totally have enough assistants. Somebody will be... Yeah, somebody's coming already. Okay, just a bathroom break. Yeah, so I think that we could just hire an expert for prehistory. Just go get one prehistoric exhibit and then call it just to finish this off. But I really, really, really want to stick to my plan because I know there's plant stuff coming up ahead. They put the botany experts in the normal staff hiring pool for a reason. Although I guess they put prehistoric ones in there too. Olivia Wetter. Well, we are profiting. Wow, that's quite a... I mean, you say you're eloquent. I guess I'll believe you because that's the power of your eloquence. Yeah, maybe there aren't actually plant rewards coming up in the science map. I feel like when we first looked at the expert menu, it was just... it was just science and botany people, and I think that's why I made that assumption. Okay, installing 5 perks will get us another spot open. How many perks do we have laying around? A couple. Can only be used on items. Boy, that could be a little bit more descriptive. I'm sure it means like camera type items. So we would probably have to send out expeditions for the sole purpose of getting more perks, to go to that place where all the perks are, which I don't necessarily value very highly. In any case, we kind of just have to sit here until we've worked up, 7K so that we can send somebody on something. But we're bringing in the money. It's not going so badly. And we're actually having guests leaving pretty solid reviews. Well, sometimes. What was your problem, sir?
You work in retail.
A treasured memory of being nibbled by a fool's gold. He loved the museum mush, and he is jam-packed. We packed him full of jam, but he does not seem to have had the best time here. He walked out with 430 buzz. But it looked like his review was bad, right? Weird. Oh, and see, we got elves running around. Elves want botany exhibits too. All right, well, we'll just go to the prehistoric map, but we'll go to one of the botany points, and that way we can have our thing get automatically watered. It would make my life a lot easier if we had a couple more employees. All right. Ooh. A thought that said monthly profit, but we lost a bunch of money all at once there. The good news is, with this few exhibits, such that they're all sort of just like in the same room together, we don't have to worry about anything getting stolen. The security guard is just like right on top of everything at all times. So what is it going to take to run a single botany run out to the Bone Belt? Let's say something over here, right? You still require, okay, different stuff we don't have. So this would be 16K, 21K. We don't know what the deal is with that, but it's 30, 20. Okay, so these are some very expensive exhibits. And we didn't have access to botany stuff any further to the left, I don't think. No, not really. We could, like I said, just go get, oh hey, stuff to use drills on. We could just go get a prehistorical one instead. But I really do want to plant. Alright, 16. And that site's all like surveyed out and everything. We'll get a good quality reward from it. What does it cost to build a marketing room? Okay, they're fairly expensive. I got startled by that PA announcement about the thieves, but apparently our security guard's doing the thing. Yeah, see, every time we get a monthly profit of 2,700, our cash on hand goes down by an awful lot. But it's happening. We got maintenance. Everything's going and it's working. The guests are super happy. Really, really love the results. We are seeing entirely positive common thoughts with extremely high environment and happiness values and a weirdly mediocre quality of average review. I'm guessing just like the total buzz values are too low for a lot of people, but there's nothing we can really do about that until we can add more exhibits.
Guests are reminded not to think too hard about their route through the museum.
Oh, hold on a second. Are we about to be offered some money? Hell yeah. Their olive statue. I mean, yeah, alright, it sure is an olive statue. It sure is precisely what it says on the tin. Okay. That counted as a third type because it is a showcase exhibit. So while you were opening the new museum, I was finding my old bungle key card. See? We're both helping. This security clearance should take you all the way to the allotment labs. Bring back one of those sickly pears for analysis. Are you about to rob? Oh no, you're a goth. Never mind. Okay, great work from the security guards. And then yeah, this thing will pay off shortly. Okay, so we need to average monthly profit of $750 over 3 months. I feel like that is something that we can absolutely do. And hold on now, Bungle Burrows. We've just been given a key card. So let's send a rank 3 science expert up here. Sadly, we can't avoid this stuff the easy way, but you know, it's only a 50-50 chance you get injured. And we can certainly heal you when you get back.
In the news today,
And we have, in fact, unlocked the Spa Point 3.
experiential exhibition dedicated to people's rubbish. Located at the former 2-point refuse tip, exhibits will include crowd pleasers such as a decaying...
Oh, right. We still have these older... We could probably sell these, right? I could run them for more buzz, but now I don't think we need to. You can see our best visit was already over the buzz threshold that we need. So if we can't break them down because we're at maximum knowledge. But I can just sell the old ones and solve some of the problems we're having. I should have thought of that sooner. All right, so we got access to the Spa Point 3. Upgraded exhibits receiving additional perk slots. Perfecting the design of the spa point to increase its energy boost, durability, and buzz as much as possible. Total relaxation has never been this absurdly brief. So we do have the resources to go ahead and make this, and it's not very expensive. I reckon we ought to. And then with that, we can continue on elsewhere as well. So we need survey skills to move to the east and survival skills to move to the west. The route to the Dwarven Peninsula reaches an abrupt end at the Dwarven Funicular. Visitors will need to provide a password before the dwarves are willing to put the fun in funicular. That is the laziest funicular wordplay you could possibly do. And I thought we were all past it after Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts 2 got there, and they did all the things you can do with it, and now it should be done. All right, well, let's maybe train some of our fantasy experts then. Do we have... Okay, we have one person with open slots. So do you want survival skills or survey skills? I do like the survey benefit quite a bit. And it doesn't have as much of an upfront training cost, although it does increase desired salary by the same amount. Yeah, go get trained in survey skills, and we'll try to make that work.
Lucky dip, skips,
and so I might want to hold off on spending any more money on expeditions until these guys come back, at least.
Timothy Smoghorn went on record to say that months of preparation and huge investment had gone into the exhibits.
But there we go. Hopefully that'll allow us to improve our museum and open up our profit making a little bit more. Of course, we got the injury. That's fine. Bandage box. We'll be good. We'll be fine. All right. Albert leveled up off of the bonus XP there, and that will get us through that door into the allotment labs. Bungle clearly had a lot of success growing sickly pears in these underground greenhouses. Maybe too much success. And indeed, there is only one item available here. At a very low, very reasonable expedition cost. So we have our one... Oh, without survival skills, you could MIA. And we can't really fix that. So that feels like maybe I should just hire an expert who has either a slot open or or already has that skill.
Attention. Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
Okay, excellent work, lone security guard. Alright, it looks like we're probably going to have to go get some more medals. Alright, how easy is it to get medals again? We just need to send a janitor, a single janitor. And it would be cool if they were level 5, but they're not. We have a dexterity potion we certainly do not need. We'll just send you with the first aid kit. Get the job done. Alright, and then the spa point is the one we are getting rid of. Look at that. Pristine. Absolutely beautiful. And And your buzz bonus is already met. Cool. Alright, have 25 guests view the showcase exhibit. That's happening rapidly. We need to get 3 perks, and we just need to get a little deeper in on that that pear situation. So I am going to advertise botany job. We'll just put out for 2 applicants. I'm trying not to spend too much money, but we need to make sure that we will have somebody who can get the appropriate skill going. While we wait for the other expedition to return. Alright, please. Okay, there you go. Hyacinth Creeping Vine, the Globetrotter. Nope, not that. Here we go. Hyacinth Creeping Vine learns survival skills. And now immediately I'm like, oh god, was that the right thing? That was it, right? That was the... Yes, okay. So as not to become impaired. Alright, you weren't level 3, were you? No, level 2. That's a shame. So we won't guarantee with her the positive effect. I do notice our other training is finished, so we could head out this way. Only 10,000 cost to clear the obstruction. It's going to take all of us, and I think that's fine. So we need to hit a luck threshold of 10 to clear this. A strength threshold of 20. We have pretty good strength overall. Yeah, our wizard's quite muscular. So we do have 15 brain between the 3 of us. Apparently I don't quite have the luck or the strength to fight off the other stuff. Can I not? Oh, okay, our totals are depicted down here. We are seriously a single point of luck and a single point of strength short. That's really frustrating. That's really frustrating. All right, well, here goes nothing, and we're just hoping. You know,
Staff in need of medical attention.
it's a one-time obstruction thing. We'll get there.
Good luck to our team.
I will say I'm not necessarily happy sending people out to get injured while we still have somebody in the bandage box, but with travel time and everything, I'm sure it'll work out.
On an expedition. I'm sure you'll need it.
Lots and lots of medals means the sprinkler pump 3 is now available. 37 days for 2,500. And you can upgrade again by displaying enough botany exhibits. The spa point is maxed out. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, the sprinkler pump 2 is already... Why did I think that we were good on this? So this is the requirement to level it up from 2 to 3, is displaying all the botany exhibits. I'm still waiting on that training. I think that's pretty important. It seems like we do have a perk that can be installed on the bandage box. I mean, Wide Watch is not going to do anything, right? It seems like that seems like a camera perk. I'm not sure why the game keeps telling us that it can be used on the bandage box.
Tickets are no myth. Buy one or get banished.
I do think I was gonna buy this realization station, then I something happened and I just didn't hit it. I do think that would be an awfully good thing to have laying around.
Expedition complete.
All right, what did we get? Oh, we got lucky. We got the character development. That's fantastic, actually. Bonus XP for everyone. And yeah, we're leveling up and stuff. It's all good. So we've unlocked access to Raynor Shrine. Raynor Shrine, that's funny. In the humid wetlands by the Great Lake, there stands a sacred shrine. Its magic defenses and hard-to-reach location have sparked legends that there must be something really great inside. There must be, right? Oh, what is that? A fancy ghost? Bonus XP, mythical gear. I guess the diamond is for the mythical gear, maybe? Anyway, we have to employ an expert qualified in level 2 potion master. Okay, so two ranks of the same training. We need a marine life expert for Port Storm, which is probably not happening anytime soon. Oh, that's cool. We could afford to do this. It's pretty close, though. And we might get robbed in the process. I might want to just hold off a second on further expedition.
Guests should be amazed for the right reasons.
It is a shame that we sent out so many people on so many like obstruction clears and stuff, and we have nothing to show for it. We're at least building a new exhibit. Oh, okay, that training is complete. So actually, that being the case, I think it does behoove us to get on this. So, botany expert with that skill. I guess we'll go ahead and first aid kit. Alright, things are going well with the exhibit showcase. We need to install perks. Apparently our natural perk flow is pretty light here, so we're going to have to send out expeditions for them. What does that node look like? It was this one? Yeah. So it requires a science expert and a janitor. We're certainly going to hit the level 5. Let's send you with your survey skills, and then honestly just kind of anybody. And we'll send them with the XP journal just to make sure they don't get terribly lost. There's not a lot I can do about this. Well, it is an injury. I guess we could just first aid kit it. Yeah, that's probably a better thing to do. Alright, go find me some perks that we can install. And we are continuing on our way here. Okay, the realization station is no small blessing. Let's give the kids a little something to do over here. We should probably put in a little bit of seating against these walls. We have like blacksmithy fantasy looking corner benches, but no straight benches. That's very strange. Okay. Just a place for parents to chill out while their kids are being menaces. And also there should be a drinking fountain. It's another thing there's not enough of. Okay. The other corner bench must be in the purchasables still. Yeah, it's down here. Okay. A pulpitation machine contains no artificial colors or flavors. Well, listen, depending on how you use the word artificial. Okay, so we have exhibits or expeditions out doing the things that we want them to do. And I guess for a minute here we kind of just need to like bank money aside from that.
4 out of 5 goblins would recommend us to a friend or hostage. Have the stay of your fantasies at Best Queston Hotels.
Best Queston Hotels is fairly cute. They do some good work with the wordplay here. Check this out. This child just gave us a 5-star review. Was not able to view 5 dwarven device exhibits, but happy with the prices at the gift shop, as you know, small children often are. Loves that interactive display. This thing is amazing. It seems like absolutely everybody loves to interact with the realization station, and it's so much cheaper and smaller than all the other interactives.
The expedition team
All right, a sickly pear. Fingers crossed. Indeed, this sweet spiked delicacy is loaded with nutrients as well as strange toxins. Needs to be kept in a warm environment, but not particularly humid. I guess that makes sense. It's in the desert, right? Increases food, but decreases toilet comfort. So, this would like to be placed near another botany exhibit. We do not have the capability. I'm going to move this over here. Okay, that's still within range of the sprinkler. So we can't hit your buzz bonus, but we can just give you a little bit more relevant decoration. So you can see, even though it's in the area that is getting 5 decoration to the Jab Maestro, it's only receiving 3 itself, because we are not theming our decorations to it. But what if this was the viney walled part of the map, where the plants live? Okay, then it'll get sprinkled. We have to warm this area up a little bit. I might move everything down a pace. So that we can slide a heater in here a little bit more naturally. Oh, right, these have actually a considerable footprint. So I can't move you over. I guess, okay, here's the thing I can do. Move this to the point where it would conflict with that. Throw the heater down, and then just put this sort of in front of it for decoration. Okay, hot climate checked, and this thing doesn't need to be kept cool particularly. So that's all very well and good.
Fire, stop what you're doing and
And here comes some kind of weird perk. Okay, reduces rate of custom contraption exhibit maintenance decay.
protect the museum. Someone is stuck.
That does seem useful. I'm going to prefer to put stuff on the spa point, obviously. And then say at this point, we're at 1 of the 10 botany exhibits we need for this. I feel like it's going to take a while to upgrade the sprinkler pump, is my point. Alright, people are leveling up and gaining new training slots, and what we need to do, I think, is just keep sending people back here until we have 3 perks. Jake and someone are doing a wonderful job exploring the place, driving up its survey level.
Expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
Okay. So we've got things running pretty smoothly. Child, do not climb on that. Oh my god. The kids are just eating directly from it and then being like, yeah, 5 stars. I loved that huge, gross pear. I love that obviously poisonous food that I put my mouth around. Yeah, unfortunately, guests can still absolutely just walk back out through the front door if they want to. They aren't forced to use the gift shop entrance, but we're certainly ensnaring at least some of them. And there's probably a way to set it up so that you do use the, so that everybody does have to go that way. Like, we saw there are one-way portals, right? So, yeah, you know, some partition walls and some one-way portals. I'm sure you could force a guest flow that keeps them basically just, like, inside the area at all times. Emits scientific ambiance, boosting guest buzz. So we got to remember the developed version of this thing is going to have a lot of perk slots. It doesn't have anything now. You have a fair number of perk slots. Built-in speaker can only be used on exhibits. Huh. Okay, I'm allowed to build a speaker here. Well, it's a spot point 3 machine. I suppose it makes sense. So that's 2 perks. We just need to send one more person out there and hope they don't bring back another copy of the design for the sprinkler pump. And, you know, I'm just going to do it the same. It's been working so well so far. All right, go get me a 3rd perk. I'm supposed to be analyzing this sickly pear. We probably can just go ahead and do that, honestly. Okay, so you're taking this and a first aid kit out to here. Because if we're going to get another pear, I'm sure it's going to be at least this good. So we should be analyzing that. I'm realizing that that's what this wanted. Yeah, build an analysis room and put it in the deconstructor. Okay. Once again, just have to kind of hope to get the right things. I'm really glad they gave us 2 helicopters for the beginning of this one. I think it helps with the flow tremendously. Uh-oh. Weird stuff going on in the allotment labs. While the rest of the team explores an abandoned lab, one team member accidentally locks himself in a freezer while trying to find ice cream. We do have the survival skills necessary to keep warm. All right, plus 5% XP. This is the title of the reward, and here's the mechanics of the reward. All right, excellent work from my extremely well-trained and professional staff.
We now go live to the Bone Belt, where our very own Monty Barnett is standing by.
Desperately need one more perk to come back, and then we'll be ready to move up here. All right, a $15,000 reward for showing people an olive statue.
Magnetic field. Yes, the first twin, Morris, a fine, strapping man.
Okay, I think built-in speaker is probably fine. I'm sure they don't need to be separate, you know, different perks.
And there he goes.
This would be kind of a neat one to have can only be used on
That is
exhibits.
down. A nasty fall for the young man. What carnage we've witnessed in the name of scientific progress.
Yes, courage. That's one word for it.
Huh.
Monty, we have to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Right.
So we did put it on one of these. Okay, if you mouse over an object, or if you directly click on it even, it doesn't necessarily reflect the accurate state of the window that you're pointing it at, which is really annoying. Yeah. I'm trying to think of where it makes the most sense to put the speakers that we're benefiting from it in the long term. And unfortunately, what really makes the most sense is to put it on one of the unfinished things, and we just don't have that option. You can't do a built-in speaker. There's a couple of things that can. I can't perk you. You have no... See, the thing is, we're probably going to get rid of the sprinkler pump too at some point, but I guess it's probably not going to be soon. Because the requirement for,
Yes, hiding in exhibits.
oh, Lord. The requirement for... I don't even remember what I was saying. Sorry, I got distracted by the horrible state of the line. I did not realize this was getting so real. Okay, let me adjust the position of this thing slightly. It takes that much space to get inside the ticket booth. It's bizarre. Okay. Do we want to hire another assistant? I think we're probably stretched a little thin as it is. Yeah, somebody who's good at talking to people. Photographic memory is cool.
Expedition complete.
Alright, show me some good quality sickly pears. Ah, still the bad ones.
Fetch the crowbar. Analysis complete. Our collective knowledge has increased.
Alright, we got ourselves a thing. So let me place this here. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Analysis suggests there isn't anything wrong with the sickly pears. Opening the facility's water valve should get things moving again and flush the oasis clean. Though it won't be easy to get through the plants, here's the blueprint for some plant camouflage. Stealth for plants by plants. The workshop project requires mulch, but it will help you make it safe and unimpaired to the water valve. Okay, the Mulch-O-Matic is a custom contraption that can turn any botany exhibit into mulch. Mulch is a valuable material that can be used in the workshop. Okay. Mulch can only be made from botany exhibits. Well, I am not in the habit of losing my botany exhibits. But I get what they mean. Just like try to throw in your least developed thing. It is still like it's a lot to suddenly add here. So we do need to complete an expedition to the water valve. We do need to make the plant camouflage, which means we're going to have to grind up some plants and stuff. Ugh, this is not ideal. All right. I tell you what, I'm going to pause the recording for just a second. I shall return presently. Okay, sorry for the interruption there. Let's just let's get back to it here and focus on getting this star. So, we've gained the ability to build the Mulch-O-Matic. We gotta build it and then throw a botany exhibit in it for everyone to enjoy. I'm sure it's gonna be horribly messy. And then make some plant camouflage in the workshop. Does the plant camouflage rely on... Yeah, okay, it relies on a thing you only get by doing that. Okay, so... Unfortunately, that means we need more whirlycogs. And getting whirlycogs requires us to send some janitors, right? Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, we do only have 2 janitors, and I really am not, like... I'm not in a place where I want to be hiring extra people right now, but... I don't know. Maybe we should... So, I'm going to assume here that the exhibit quality here just governs how much stuff you get back. Like if you score a rare expedition, you get, X, and if you score a pristine, it's like 3X or whatever. So it might be worth it to send them out for the extra 7 days. Having the museum have no janitors for 2 weeks does sound a little dangerous. But +1 exhibit quality. There's something to be said. Yeah, all right, guys, just go do it. Make it a snappy 14 days. Are we being robbed? Oh, this is the guy collecting the county's exhibit. That's a... I do not love that
Please enjoy the botany.
that icon for that. It really makes it look like we're being robbed. Okay, so we can't build the thing until they come back. Also, it'd be great if there were no fires, because we don't have the ability to put out fires while our janitors are gone. I don't think we've had anything around here catch on fire at all. We do also have a fair amount of money. Like we've banked up quite a bit, and the payout from the county on that thing also helped. So we should probably go get a botany exhibit for the purpose of doing this thing. And at the moment, I think this is the only kind we know how to get, right? So let's go ahead and send Hyacinth Creeping Vine out to get an extra one of these. Probably wise to do the first aid kit thing.
To our team departing on an expedition.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll need it.
Oh, we have an unspent level of enlightenment. We earned but did not claim the garden sign. Okay, so while all that stuff is happening, we're kind of just watching the money roll in, and watching our wizard sort of levitate himself for just a moment, just kind of for the heck of it, and then descend right back down. I'm sure whatever he's doing there is very important. He's tending to the ley lines or something. All right, how many whirly cogs did we get? Why, it's 100. 100 seems good, right? All right, build me a mulch-o-matic. We have to mulch 3 plants with it in order to upgrade it. That feels a little extreme. If you have to go to the bathroom so bad, what are you doing over there? Oh, poor buddy. There should probably be a staff. You know, we have enough people now, enough just sort of bodies in the place. There should probably be a staff bathroom. How much more building am I allowed to buy out here? Is it just like one? Yeah, it is just 1 row. I don't know what I was thinking here. What I was thinking just now is if there's room for, like, if we could get 2 rows out here, I could just build, you know, a single long bathroom. But since that's not available to us, let's see here. We could just tack the bathroom right here. Right? That's obviously, this is the wrong tool for this. Close, yes. Do not keep any changes. It's kind of weird though. Like, I might rather move the door. The windows will have to go, and that'll screw up the decoration level. Maybe we just build our bathroom right here, and we have no respect for the weird hallway, the weird storage hallway. How much is it? What's the minimum value for a bathroom? 6K? Yeah, we should have like a little staff bathroom. You know what? I'm closing the I'm closing off the weird hallway. We'll figure out what to do with it later. I like the fact that the toilets add to the decoration level. That's cool. Alright. Everybody gets sinks. And also, there's a waste bin next to the door. And also a sink. Why not? In case an additional sink is needed. Okay, there we go. Staff bathroom. And then we just have this bench. Bench was just sitting back here. I guess it can go here. All right, we're building our thing. People are bringing home the second prickly pear for us to mulch up. And we managed to spend basically all the money we had accumulated. But I think it's on important stuff. I think we needed to do all these things. Jeez, still low level. All right, that's fine. They're just getting crunched. Oh, you probably need to save up money for... Save up money for the expedition that comes after we do the mulching, right? So, the Mulch-o-matic is quite a large object, and it's got sort of a funny shape. Well, it may be time to expand this area. Except we don't really have a lot of money right now. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to. At the very least, I can probably buy this corner, right? And then we can space some things out a little bit differently. We can go fantasy exhibits back against the wall here. I will move their various decorations. Here's a pot. Here's the banner announcing the fantasy exhibits. Here's a barrel for some reason. which can sit near there and serve as decoration for lots of things. And then I think I will just move this down like this, and we'll just tuck the Mulch-o-matic in here. It kind of makes some sense. Maybe it makes more sense at this point to turn this thing this way so it doesn't seem like it's like trying to occlude the back corner. What is your buzz bonus? Okay, just litter stuff. Everything has... No, not everything. Some things have maintained their decoration level. It's kind of weird, I guess, to put another banner so close to that banner. Here, we can put this banner like back in this corner and still have it affect most things. To get it to still apply to that is a real pain. That's fine. We'll do without. We are for sure too far away from the info wall now. We might be able to get away with a normal info stand. Is there any real meaningful difference between the glass ones and the... Doesn't look like it. I gotta be honest. I kind of don't... It feels like it would be really hard to read a glass info stand. Depending on, you obviously be like very careful with your background medium. Let's put a donation thing here, and that makes a little bit more sense. And then what are we looking at as far as buzz? We need a little bit more decoration. So we do have access to some more fantasy stuff now. At least stuff we can buy, right? Yeah, wall banner. I wish it wouldn't pop me back to the top of the menu every time I spend. That feels unnecessary. And a hanging torch. Okay. So let's have a hanging torch for light over here. This seems cool. It's weird that it doesn't show its effect area for whatever reason. Are you good on your bonus? You are. You just need a little bit more decoration. Okay. Then let's go ahead and throw one more of these banners up. Okay, and the banner, the buzz this is missing is because it's not complete yet. Okay, the Mulch-o-matic is complete, and now we take the sickly pear and we just jam it in there. I hope that this is an interactive experience that the children can enjoy.
I'm Hayley Von Trowell, and you're listening to Digging Deeper, the show that covers an eclectic
Vivian Wetter's a hell of a name.
Subjects, ranging from archaeology to the otherworldly to haunted water
We
pipes.
produced a small amount
In
of
the show,
mulch.
We'll be joining our reporter
30 days
Monty
for each of these things?
live from
Alright.
Mini Rock Henge. That's
I guess just build me one because it's all we can afford right now.
Monument revered by stone huggers and beard fanciers who believe it was constructed thousands of years ago by visiting aliens. Because nothing says advanced extraterrestrial civilization quite like several squat, poorly cut stone slabs stacked awkwardly on top of each other. We'll be right back after this.
I feel like maybe I should
This
like do a
reminder that our
wall over
understanding
here.
of the universe will keep being wrong.
I'm just thinking, you know, the way the ticket stands are positioned.
Guests are stuck in the museum. Someone should probably help them.
Sorry. What I wanted to do was move that over some so that we could start our partition wall a little bit more like that.
Vandals, caught vandalizing.
It feels like there should be like a back wall at the place where the exhibits are, right? Or at the place where the entrance is. I don't know. That feels natural to me. What are you doing? What is your situation? A rogue. Our rogue being very strange around the donation bin makes me nervous. I didn't even realize that was one of our experts. All right, so how much does it cost to run the expedition that we needed the plant camouflage for? Okay, basically nothing. That's nice. Before the facility was abandoned, somebody used the emergency shutoff valve to the oasis. Reversed their decision to get the water flowing again. It's going to take a science expert. Looks like it doesn't really matter who, but, you know, survey bonus. And then let's send Albert out so that we still have the ability to workshop if we want to workshop. And use some plant camouflage to avoid getting devoured by what I'm going to assume are sentient sickly pears.
Please admire the botany exhibits from a safe distance.
Okay, and maybe we are still going to be able to rescue this place. Oh god, what's up? Your intrepid duo reaches the source of the sickly pear infestation. Spiked vines are coiled around the water valve, covered in rotting fruit. Someone needs to climb in and get the water flowing. This feels like a janitor job, but it makes me wonder if I'm being tricked, you know? This definitely feels like a janitor thing. Oh no! After daringly navigating the oversized spikes, the janitor turns the valve and unleashes the water. Admiring the immediate improvement, the janitor vows to stay behind and give the... Oh, well, okay, if it was by choice, I guess that's not so bad. That was the only person we have who knows how to operate a fire extinguisher, yeah? Okay, well... First of all, let's place a memorial. I guess, like, right by the door feels relatively heroic. This could be, yeah, this could be the in memoriam area. Oh, right, it needs to, it wants to be near the botany exhibits. That makes sense, I suppose. And then near any botany decoration. Is this not? Oh, this wall doesn't count as botany decorations. Botany decoration types. Check it out, everybody! It's spooky. I seem to have disabled the. I seem to have disabled the area indicators for Buzz. I should figure out what I did and fix that, because those are useful. Okay, and with that...
Is a controlled environment.
In theory, our star is good once we, Maybe it's because that thing was open? Yes, okay, it's just because the Buzz overlay was visible. Alright, with that, we have in fact earned our star. Congratulations on your opening experiments. It seems you're settling in nicely. This game is so bad with its commas and sentence structure and ugh. Why is this so hard for everybody? I'm sure you'll find everything you need in Bungle Burrows. Remind Ms. Nova the county expects her to return the oasis to its previous less horrifying state. That was the deal. Unlock some desert twigs and illness elixir. That seems useful. And I think with that we can probably just go ahead and bounce over to our other museum, but that feels like a next episode kind of situation, obviously.
Breaking news now from the site of the Science Museum, where it's back to the blackboard for Bungle Technologies, as initial experiments on the natural irregularity have not gone as hoped, planned, or expected. CEO Sophie Nova was contacted for comment by 2 Point Radio, and while we've not heard anything, it's certainly good we asked.
We can only imagine our questions have had some effect.
The expedition team have returned with an injury.
Yeah, cool, an injury and... Wait, but didn't we prep for this injury? Nightmare. A nightmare expedition all the way around, but thankfully something we only needed to do once.
Someone has a case of broken face.
Well, that didn't work. In science, you'll find things rarely do. For the first time, at least. The good news is the giant sickly pears are gone. The bad news is that the oasis looks terrible and smells worse. Yeah, it does not seem good. there should be something to air out the place and change a few opinions a little further down in the facility. Yes, the chemical labs are the place to go. Take this Bungle keycard. But first, some damage control. This situation isn't ideal for old Bungle. Place down this Bungle booster box to promote the company and compensate for all the bad press. It's a what now? Place us near a donation stand. I mean, okay. So it's interesting that it has a standpoint like in sort of like the back corner, but it's the pristine marker is on this side. I guess I can put it over here for right now. This isn't going to be a good place for it to be long term. I don't really care about this thing at all, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my instinct and jam it in the thing over here, just not all the way to the wall. Okay. So it produces Bungle boredom. Oh good, something else from Bungle Technologies. A sponsor deal. Alright, and we should give it a little bit of decoration and then we'll bounce for the moment. Probably it's appropriate for it to be science decoration, although again it feels like it should be. Okay, so you are currently in range of that. It feels like it should be more of a like a modern kind of spacey science, you know, the sort of a Frutiger Aero science. And the stuff that is marked as science decorations here all has a sort of like vaguely industrial, almost, I don't want to say steampunk necessarily, but apparently these desert twigs are desert decorations. We'll put some desert twigs around it to remind everybody what it did to this desert. Okay, we're starting to get some very, very diminishing returns here. They don't need to be on this side. And then also we can put down... What else? What else seems appropriate? What can we put down that would seem like a scathing, sort of vaguely hidden insult? We could suggest that this company it's a bunch of dinosaurs, really. And if anybody asks, we'll just say it's a dragon. It's a dragon for the dragon thing. Brilliant. And here's some gears, because science or whatever. Okay. All right. I think with that, we're going to leave our weird little, basically functional science and botany museum. Thank you all so much for coming out to the desert with me here. When you come back next time, I'm a little bit more excited about the theme of the next one. So when you come back next time, we're going to get into some stuff that is maybe a little bit more of the science vibe that I was looking for. And we'll see you then.